Okay, so today we're going to look at the Open-Up Strum. This is a really useful technique to get used to when you're first beginning to change from one chord to the next chord. I've got 6 exercises that we're going to think about today. These use the first 4 chords that we cover. So they're going to cover E minor, C, D, and G. Okay, the first exercise is changing from E minor to C, and it's really quite straightforward. We're going to do the E minor first. So I have all 6 strings there, and I'm at fret 2 on the A string and fret 2 on the D string. So the strum pattern goes down, down, and then open up like this. And you can see with my left hand, I lift my fingers away from the neck as the right hand comes up. And this gives me a split second to get into the next chord, which is the C. So let me do that again. So I've got down, down, up, down, like that. Down, down, up, down. Actually, that one, let me do that again. So down, down, open, and then down. Down, down, open, down. And so as I change that from the E minor to the C, there's my down. My fingers come away as I bring the right hand up, and then I'm going to go into the C chord. Now let's talk about the order of the fingers. The order of the fingers, I've got a general rule for this. Whenever you're thinking about doing a down strum, just think about the order that we're going to actually strike the strings in. We're going to hit them from the top down. So for our left hand, ideally, we want to try and put those fingers down in sequence. So with a just-in-time idea. So ring finger, middle finger, pointer for C. And it will be different for each different chord, but that's the C. So let's complete this exercise. We're going to have down, down, open, 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 down, down, open. Now, you can hear those strings are really noticeable when we're doing it at this speed. But imagine if we were playing it twice as fast. Something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it becomes less annoying to do the Open-Up Strum. How about if we double the speed again, like this? 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The second exercise is going from E minor to G. And before we do that, I want to talk about another idea that I have, which is this idea of an anchor finger. So we want to look at which fingers can stay the same or stay in very similar positions when we're actually changing chords. So here's the first one with E minor and C. Which finger doesn't really change? Yep, that guy there. So as we look from E minor to G, it's the pointer finger that doesn't change. So let's put the strum pattern in. And we're going to have down, down, open, 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 down. Let's try it faster. 2, 3, 4. faster. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, exercise 3. Now sometimes we don't actually have any anchor fingers, so we have to think about how we're going to completely change from one shape to another. And this is one of these times. We're going to go from E minor to a D major. So we've got our E minor, and everything has to move for our D. The other complicated factor about this as well is that the right hand can't hit all 6 strings for D. You may have noticed when I'm doing C, I couldn't hit that top string either. Now, sometimes you'll see players come over with the top of the neck here with the thumb just to touch that E string, and some of them may even actually play an extra note there at fret 2. This gives us an F sharp, which is part of that D triad. You can do either of those options. I would first of all try and see if you can just not play all of the strings with the right hand. See if that you can make that work. And then beyond that, of different speeds, you might need to look into these thumb over techniques as well. So let's try this one. So down, down, open, down, down, open, down, down, open, down, down, open. Now, one of the other things with this chord shift is that we've got our 2 pointer fingers and middle finger here. At the top of the E minor shape here, they're sort of in a kind of a vertical thing. You'll often see the diagram with the 2 dots exactly over each other. Obviously, we have to make room for the fingers. That pointer finger can't really get right over to the fret. I'm always a stickler for let's see if we can get right close to the fret, but don't worry too much about it because you can put enough force through your pointer finger to make sure that it will actually put enough pressure against the fret to make the string not buzz. Now let's look at the arrangement of these fingers as they go down into D. So they'll see how they still stay roughly vertical, and then we have to put the ring finger in. Now there's many different ways that people actually play this D. We've got the E minor here, and then most people that I see, they'll do this, the pointer in the middle, and then bring the ring in afterwards. And that's fine, but sometimes it takes a little while to get that ring finger to behave itself. And so my advice would be try again this top-down approach, where as that pick is coming down, think about the order of the strings as you strike them, and think, okay, I'm going to need pointer, then ring finger, and finally middle finger. And in my opinion, there are more different ways that you can actually make that D. See, I'm using all sorts of different combinations like this. The more different ways you can make that D chord, the closer you get to the actual end target, which is all 3 arrive together at the same time. Like that. So let's try the exercise. So down, down, open, down, down, open, down, down, open, down, down, open. Now twice the speed. 3, 4. See, I'm using that thumb just to mop up any extra noise. Okay, let's try it and double the speed again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the next few exercises, of course, we've done our first few exercises just changing from E minor. But of course, we're going to need to go from different strings, different chord shapes as well. So let's look at the next one is going to be C to D. And again, I'm afraid there's no anchor fingers between these two. They're different. So let's try this out. So slow speed, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, open, 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 down, down, open. Now here I'll mention something else that I've found about the D chord. The D chord actually contains 3 notes. It contains the notes D, F sharp, and A. And here's the interesting thing. You've also got a D string ringing open here, and you can actually ring that A string open as well. You're not supposed to, but it's not going to sound terrible. Now this is useful because that means that I can hit all 5 strings now for D, as well as all 5 strings here for C. So let's try that again, a bit faster this time. So 2, 3, 4. You see how my thumb just stays planted now on that top E string. So it's a way of controlling that ring. So if my right hand isn't very accurate, I can make sure that that top E string is under control. I still have to make sure that my fingers kind of perpendicular to the fretboard, so I get all of my strings ringing out. If I play too flat, I'm not going to hear any of those open strings. Okay, let's push it. 2, 3, 4. When you're doing this many strums, those open strings aren't really too offensive. You can notice them, but you're not really that bothered about them, hopefully. Okay, next exercise is G to D. So I've got down, down, open, 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 down, down, open. Let's try this one a little bit faster. 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to move all 3 fingers at the same time. So this is kind of quite challenging actually for the ring finger because it doesn't really move that much. Okay, let's push it a little bit faster. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the last one is G to C. So again, no anchor fingers, and in fact this one, where we were doing G to D before and that ring finger doesn't have to move very far, this one is going to be different. So, see how high it comes? Now, there's another way to finger this, and if you're finding that that ring finger isn't behaving itself very well, then you could try doing G with ring finger up here, middle finger, and then pinky at the bottom. So fret 3, fret 2, open, 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 and fret 3 again with the pinky. This looks like this. Down, down, open, 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 down. So you see how the second and third fingers, my middle and ring finger, they really don't have to move as much, but it does require that you be confident with the pinky. So there's this or this. Okay, let's double the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Let's double the tempo. 3, 4. Now the other way. So this way. And then the other way. Again, let's double the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that completes it. This is the Open-Up Strum. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.